Hi, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vlash West, BPED 2A, and the topic that I choose is intellectual disability, students with disability. And okay, I know every student have different difficulties in life, especially in school. Either a student who don't know or understand mathematics, English, science, or a student cannot focus in class due to what they suffer because what um, due to what they suffer or some are having a disability that classify mentally and physically. But in my case, or the topic that we are going to tackle right now, which is very related in some students, intellectual disability is a term used when there are limits to person's ability to learn at an expected level and function in daily life. And levels of intellectual disability may vary greatly in children. First, we are going to tackle the definition of, of intellectual disability. According to it is described as significantly sub-average general intellectual function existing concurrently with deficits in adaptive behavior and manifested during the developmental period that adversely affects a child's academic or educational performances. And there are characteristics of intellectual disability. The first one is intellectual disability. Individuals have an IQ of 50 to 70, and it's a neurodevelopmental disorder that is characterized as impaired intellectual functioning, and also is having a deficit in adapting behavior and functioning. Let's move on to prevalence. Let's take a look at how prevalent this ability is among students classified as having it according to 2003 study. Intellectual disability make up about 6% of students receiving special education services. Right? Did you get it? Okay, so let's move forward to what is the disability causes. There are three. First is one of the factor of it is genetic condition where genes are passed from from parents to offsprings. Offspring intellectual disability can be caused by complication during birth. And the other cause of disability is include exposure to corrosive and dangerous chemicals. And lastly is malnutrition may be a possible cause of the disability. Okay, so next is what are the student challenges or what are the challenges that students face by them. Um, First is the biggest challenge for them in respect to their education is that they will have significant gaps in their learning. These students will not able to keep up academically with their peers. The second one is intellectual disabled students also have challenges with basic living things like doing washing, driving, and present tremendous difficulties. Okay, so let's move forward to assistive technologies where these technologies help the disabled student to keep them up in their academic performance or to their daily lives or daily things that they do in lives. And there are some technologies or things that can be used of these students that can benefit from using manipulatives in the classroom to help them to bridge or to gap in their learning, just like what I said before. First is types of software to help these children with various academic subjects like videos that can help them to improve their speaking and their learning, like um, in singing there we can have for children like Cocomelon, like that, something like that. And in modified lesson with, especially in math we can provide some calculator and teach them how to use it. Lastly, is one-to-one or one-on-one para-professional may be a biggest help for them in order to have a focus. And did you get my point? Like one-on-one teaching so that they can focus on each of them. And lastly, tips for the teachers. Teachers should um, Teachers should look to integrate a functional curriculum, which is teaching skills to students that will help them to meet the demands of basic livings. Example of this is like what I said before. It's including washing their clothes, being able to count money, being able to pay for the products, and so more. And also teacher need to expose these students to the general education curriculum and support them in a way that they will help them become high quality student and reach their full potential.